You're watching PIGSPLAINING, Sunspot Gallery. Happy Easter. Hello. Oh, wait. Let me check one more thing. So, my mic's on. Discord is on now. Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, man.
There you go. Okay, that works. Fucking hell. Alright. Welcome to the stream, Ban.
Thanks, man.
How you doing?
Nice to be here. Not bad. Just chilling. It's Sunday, innit? So.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Until 20 minutes ago, all good.
It's alright, man. I understand.
But other than that, yeah, I've been alright. I've been enjoying doing this, and I can't thank you guys enough for taking time out to do this with me and allowing this to happen. So
it's alright. I've been kind of looking forward to it for a while, because, you know, if I get a chance to shit talk Phil,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Let it rip.
Okay, Serpent Hunter, can you hear us loud and clear? I'll ignore what Serpent Hunter said in the chat. Serpent, how are we sounding to you? Is the music too loud?
Probably really British to him.
Yeah.
Go all Cockney, no one understand anything we're saying.
Don't make me put an accent on. I'm so tempted.
What sort of water, innit?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, innit?
I've got a Phil Mitchell accent. I'm really good at it, but I'm not gonna do it. Audio's...
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Okay. Serpent Hunter hears us loud and clear. Welcome to everybody in the stream. By the way, if you haven't already, I would love it if you could give Banthis89 a follow.
Yeah, if you like really shitty gameplay, then go for it. If not, I won't blame you.
He's modest, okay? He's modest. Let me put that there. Right, that works. Sweet. Yes, give Banthis89 a follow right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that, man.
Right, so don't let me get started with the first question. Okay. When and how did you discover DSP?
Probably say it's got to be about 11, 12 years ago. Like, you know, when you just, because back then I used to watch a lot of like gameplay videos, and
yeah,
I saw like Batman Arkham Asylum come out, and I thought, you know what, the game looks pretty, like, that sounds pretty good. I want to see like gameplay of it. So I watched Phil. At the time, I never really like looked at someone's skill level. It was just more like I just wanted to see what the game was like, and
sure.
Yeah, like I caught his little like you know, cam to the TV sort of like YouTube videos,
right? And
it wasn't until like maybe 2 or 3 years after that I saw like This Is How You Don't Play, and it was like Street Fighter 4 videos, because I'm like obviously big into Street Fighter,
of course.
And I just see like all these videos of like people shitting on Phil, and then, you know, when you have like an eye awakening moment, it was like that with him. It was like I didn't realise how much of a dickhead he was until someone pointed it out.
Yeah. So, okay, well that will lead me on to another question, but not just yet. Before that, I'll ask, which DSP Detractor channels did you watch? Which were your first to watch?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you the names of them, but they were always called This Is How You Don't Play.
Okay.
It was always This Is How You Don't Play. It was, you know, like, it probably was Evil AJ, to be fair. It was like I watched the MGS2 videos, the RE3 video, like basically any shitty video of him was a This Is How You Don't Play. So I assume that most of them were Evil AJ.
Big ups to AJ.
Yeah, big up to AJ.
Okay, so
Forever in Phil's head.
where aren't we all? Aren't we all?
I know, right?
Um, uh,
It might have been outside of Serpent, to be fair. It was over a decade ago, so with you know, kind of. I don't even remember what I did last week, let alone what I watched that back then.
Next question. Were you ever a legitimate fan? Did you watch his content unironically?
I said earlier, like, obviously I watched his YouTube video, like Batman Arkham Asylum, and I watched. There was a game on PS3 called Amy. It was shit, but it was a video I watched of Phil's, and I wouldn't say I was ever a fan of him. Like, you know, he was just someone I was browsing to find a gameplay video of, like, a playthrough or something. It was never, oh, I like this guy. Like, I really enjoy his content. It was more like I was just interested in this game, but I don't really give a shit who's like playing it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So no.
So while watching him, what was it? Because you mentioned earlier, you realized he was a piece of shit. What
Didn't
was
say much.
what was the one incident that made you come around to thinking that? If you know,
It was. I think I kind of remember that vividly. Was he was playing Street Fighter 4, and he was fighting against some guy called Wonder Waffles, I think it was, and he beat the guy in one round, and he kept calling the guy awful, saying he was shit, basically.
Yeah.
And then this dude went and double perfected him in the next 2 rounds.
Of course.
And I started like watching more videos of him, and I started noticing that every time he lost, he would bitch, and then I noticed that, like, in other games, you'd blame the games, and I was like, yeah, I fucking hate this dude. He's getting on my nerves now. And it's just kind of like, it just spiraled, I guess. Like, it started off from like fighting games to Metal Gear Solid, because like Metal Gear Solid is one of my favourite games, and like when I see someone shitting on it, I'm like, nah, mate, you're fucking shit.
Right.
You're shit. And it just spiraled out of there. It's like once you notice something, you can't stop noticing it, sort of thing. I just fucking hate him. I really hate him.
Join the club. Okay. So, next question: what are his most annoying traits for you?
Other than everything. I'd probably say the thing that pisses me off the most about him is his retconning. It pisses me off because it's documented evidence online. There's video evidence of him telling, like, evidence to the contrary. Like, he'll say something, and a couple of days later he will change his mind about it. But then it's got from, he'll tell a lie, and then a couple of days later to tell him, like, the opposite, he'll retcon it. But now it's like, he'll retcon himself in the same fucking sentence. Like,
I know.
He'll go, oh, I didn't do this, and then he would go, oh, but when I did this, it's like, well, it's fucking...
Yeah.
Like, people are video documenting everything you do, man. Like, how can you lie about it when it's all there?
It's right there. I know. I asked the same question, but
like, the only people that, I know it sounds harsh to say this, but you have to be mentally handicapped to believe his lies. Like, when you've got it right there in the screen, like, showing you what he's actually said, like, it takes some fucking levels of stupidity to question it.
Yeah.
Like, when I'll give you an example. So when he was doing the interview with Adam and Craig, and he said about when they showed him the clip of the racism shit, right? And he was saying, "Oh, you mean because she was black?" Like, come on. There's no fucking way you're trying to change that, man. That's so obviously what you meant.
You said it, not me. You.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she was black. The girl, she was full screen.
It's a slave trade. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not because she was black. It's because she was a child. Like, shut up. That's not what you fucking meant.
He has some kind of nerve, but like you say, his audience have to be
cripples. Special.
Yeah,
not not fully all there. Let's say that.
not fully all. Yeah, that works. Your audience has to be not all there fully to be able to tolerate what he's doing.
Because even if you take away, right, if you take away the lies, the talent, like talentless gameplay and shit, he's boring. He's just boring. Like I can watch him for 5 minutes and I get bored.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't interact. He doesn't really do anything. He's kind of just fucking boring. And like either way, I just don't understand why anyone would want to watch him in any like capacity.
His birthday the other day, the worst thing I ever saw. I kept thinking, you're 41, you're streaming for one thing.
Yeah.
Secondly, no music, no wife, no cat, nobody there.
Why would you want to? If you have a wife and you have family and all that shit, why the fuck would you want to spend it streaming? Like,
yeah,
you go out with your wife, you go and do something like go to a restaurant or I don't know, just do something that's not spent around people like Derek and Jade and Slayer and all that shit. Like you want it to be like a nice day.
He had his birthday on a Thursday, so he could have had a lovely full weekend, him and the wife. Go away somewhere,
Real.
Chill.
Yeah.
But he's back here with us, and a former alcoholic drinking whatever he was drinking. And
the thing is, he's 40, 41 or whatever the fuck he is, right? And he has these I don't know, it's almost like a children's birthday party sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not something an adult would do.
No.
Oh, let's have a pizza party.
That
I don't know,
fool has pizza every fucking day.
I know, right?
Let's have more pizza on my birthday.
His birthday was just basically more of the same shit that he does every other day.
Yeah. And this, that's what struck me first. That your birthday stream is no different to any other stream.
It was like his Super Bowl thing as well. That was exactly the same, except he was wearing a fucking special helmet. It's just him looking even more like a twat than usual.
Yeah. Let's move on. Have you ever caught yourself being angrier about his actions than you should be?
Yeah, probably. I'm quite a calm dude, really, but he knows how to really piss me off. Like with certain things he does, it's just little things, it's little niggly things that annoy me.
Same here.
Like if you ask me what it was, I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's just when he does certain things, like when say I posted that picture of him eating that pizza in your Discord, things like that. It just makes me feel anger for no reason because you see that greed in his eyes. It's like it's like he lied to his audience to get the money to pay for that pizza.
Right.
I just hate shit like that. It just annoys me.
And you can also see in his eyes that he's forgotten everything he ever said, like 10 minutes ago. You can see in that moment he's just there, just gluttonous and happy. Yeah,
like nobody that's doing badly in life, right, can afford to buy a takeaway pizza for $30-40 a day. Like no one can do that. I couldn't do that. Like, even someone on like 30-40 grand a year couldn't do that.
And he's got the nerve, right? He's telling you he's broke, and then he's eating that food in your face.
Well, the thing is as well, like, he acts like he's spending his money to buy the pizza, and you have to make up for it. But in theory, they're paying for his pizza twice. If you know what I mean? Like, because they gave him the money for him to buy it in the first place, and then he's asking for the money back to like make up for the money that he spent. Like, they're literally spending their money twice on him.
Like you said, they have to be not fully all there.
Yeah.
So
not sharpest tools in the shed, that's for sure.
Indeed. Okay. Let's move on to the next question, but before I do that, thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. You're listening to PIGSPLAINING with me and my special guest today, Banthis.
Also, it's nice to be here. Nice to be here, man. Enjoying talking shit about it.
And I enjoy listening, and I need to do one more thing. There you go. I know you said do it, you do it, Serpent, but I've got this. All right.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so next question. Is there anything? Okay, my favorite question. Is there anything positive about him? Anything good that he ever did? No. Okay.
No.
Next question.
It's just that. You know when you want to look for the good in people?
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I feel like that ship has long since sailed. I just don't. I don't see any positives to his content.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any benefits to his content.
Yep.
I don't see any good personality traits.
Same.
He's fucking greasy, horrible, disgusting. His wife's fucking horrible, disgusting. The only person I really feel sorry for is his cat. I genuinely don't. Yeah, I don't see any positive in him. Like, you know, when I'll give you an example. Like Low Tier God, right? He talks shit. He's horrible, but he makes you laugh, right?
Yeah.
What does Phil do?
And
he doesn't make you laugh.
I've been struggling to answer that. I have no answers.
No, I don't either. Like, he's not good at games.
No.
He's not funny.
No.
He's got no personality. He has no sense of humour.
No.
And if he does have a sense of humour, it's aimed at like 8-year-olds.
Yep.
Like, I just don't see a positive in him. I really don't.
And if something funny does happen around him, he's the guy that kills it.
Exactly. The only time Phil is funny is when Phil is fucking himself over at his own expense.
Yeah.
Like when he did the interview and he made himself look like a fucking dumbass. Like, that was the only time he was funny, because he was ruining his own credentials almost. Not that they could do much more ruining, but he's.
Do you think
he's got no like self-redeeming qualities at all?
Do you think he would be able to own that? Do you think he'd be able to do you think he'd be able to take how can I put this?
Take it and use it as his own like content.
Yeah.
He could, but he's so
inept.
Defensive. He's so defensive and insecure that he can't. He doesn't see it as funny. He just sees it as people taking the piss out of him. Like, oh, my detractors. It's just that to him. Like, when Adam pointed out about him jerking off on stream, that you should own it. He could have, but he didn't.
No.
So everyone else is sort of profiting off of it. You know what I mean? Like, he's letting other people profit off of his content.
He thinks owning it is just him mentioning it and then saying, "Oh, I'm not going to talk about that anymore."
You see it with like Rich on Twitter. Like, as much as he annoys me, and then I think he's cringy, he does like joke at his own expense. Phil can't do that. I've never heard Phil say anything bad about himself. It's always my detractors or it's their fault. It's not my fault. Like, come on. You got to joke at your own expense at some point, because I feel like even his dents are starting to question him. He's just too serious. He's just too serious by it. I personally think he's like on the spectrum, but I don't want to say that because obviously he's kind of, you know.
You're not the first person to say that. So.
I do think I genuinely do think he is. He doesn't exhibit normal human behaviour. Like, it's not adult behaviour.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something going on in that head. And
he was mollycoddled as a child. You can tell. Like,
definitely.
His mum and dad were probably like, "Oh, you're so great. You never do anything wrong. Oh, it's all your friends' fault." You know for a fact his mum was like that, like telling him, like, it wasn't you, it was them, sort of thing. And he grew up believing that.
Yeah.
And now he's sort of kind of gone beyond the line of redemption.
I think his mother coddled him and wrapped him up in cotton wool. And his dad,
Yeah.
I think his dad gave him anything he wanted just for peace and quiet.
Except the Wolverine toy, obviously.
Except the wool.
Everything but that.
Yeah. I think he overstepped the line. He was getting whinier, and he was getting more demanding. And
they probably got fed up of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Low drag, welcome.
Stop low drag.
Okay, so we can't think of anything good he's done, and nor can anybody.
I was going to say, has anyone actually ever given it like something like in the interviews you've done? Has anyone ever said, "Yeah, I like this about him"?
No.
Really? Yeah, I'm not surprised.
The most positive answer to that was the previous episode with Serpent Hunter, who said he did do something good, but indirectly.
Gave us content.
Bringing this community together.
True. I mean, there is some really cool people in our community. Like, I like the banner and stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
But outside of that, nothing. Nobody so far can think of.
Definitely not.
No.
I don't think you're going to get a positive answer about him from anyone.
I'm going to keep going until I find one, and it might be
unless you get one of his dents on this channel, right, to talk. You're not getting a positive word about him.
Do you think I could do that? Do you think I could wrangle getting one of them on here?
I don't think
free candy.
I think who is it who always questions him? Is it Plum Girl?
Oh, I don't know.
I think Plum Girl is probably the most likely. Who's the other one? There's two of them, but
Snow Carl?
Plum Girl's the one. I think it's Snow Carl. Yeah, I think you could get. I think the most likely is Snow Carl or Plum Girl. I don't think anyone else is gonna. They're just gonna completely fob off anything you ask.
The more I think about it, the more I don't like that idea.
No, I don't think it's worth it because I feel like you just end up arguing with them.
Yeah,
I know I would.
We'll scratch that for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Have you ever wanted to reach out to him with advice?
No, I really don't. I think, with low tier God, right? I'm going to use him as an example a few times. But with low tier God, I could say to him, you know what? Embrace the fact that you're a rage quitter, right? Yeah. Just embrace that, and people will like you even more. I feel like he's gone. He's beyond that now. I don't think he's ever going to change. You could like Adam and Craig gave him hella advice on how he could do things, and he completely ignored it. So,
of course,
is he going to? He's not going to listen to detractors, is he? To be fair, like I could give him advice, but he wouldn't take it, and I don't think I'd like him even if he did change, because I know what he's really like now. Like I know what his demeanour is. He's got that personality. He doesn't believe he's ever wrong about anything. So
who would he listen to then? I mean,
I don't think he'd listen to anyone. I really don't. I don't even think he'd listen to Kat.
I'm thinking, well, if they have a different opinion to him, they are automatically a detractor.
Yeah, you're an idiot, you're stupid, goodbye, sort of thing. Like, I don't even think Kat can get through to him. I bet he's a fucking pain in the arse to live with.
I can imagine. I think about that often with Kat.
Yeah.
How miserable each day must be.
She must look forward to him when he streams, because she gets time alone, because I'd fucking hate to be around him for more than 2 seconds.
She has to listen to him screaming up there, whining.
Yep.
Fucking, come on! Like, oh, man.
But yeah, I don't.
Go on.
I don't think he will ever listen to anyone. I think the only time he's ever gonna acknowledge anything is if you take his money away.
Yep.
I think the only thing he listens to is the sound of dollars, man. Like he doesn't give a shit about anything else. If you cut him off at the core, then he might listen. But other than that,
tragic.
I don't think he will change, and I don't. Yeah, I can't see it. I really can't.
Oh dear. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And like the more I do these interviews,
Hmm.
everybody's saying similar, and it doesn't paint a good picture for him.
Well, that's why we're detractors, because like I'm not someone who hates on people for like no reason, but Phil
Yeah.
makes it feels like different. Like I'll find him good in like most people, but with him, I can't see anything but negative stuff about him.
Same. I wanted to find good. I'm naturally built that way. I want to see the good in someone, but
Yeah,
he just kept shooting himself self in the foot.
yeah. He doesn't show any like
promise,
yeah, yeah.
potential, nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't show any he doesn't show any positive signs. That's the thing. It's just everything's the same every day for him. Like his streams are pretty much the same shit every single day.
Well, okay, move on to the next one. After the side scrollers interview, do you think Craig and Adam did a good job?
Yeah, I do. I think they asked the right question. I think they put him to the sword. To be honest, I think he went into it thinking that Craig was going to dick ride him, but
yeah,
as soon as I saw I thought this is going to be a bit of a brown nosing like interview. But the moment he brought out that clip, I was like, "Yep, this is going to be good." Adam's face when he saw that shit, fucking hell! Like, I felt like that was the moment Adam knew he wasn't going to like him.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I don't think there was going to be like a redeeming arc for him.
What didn't they do that you would have?
I would have contacted Panda.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because if anyone's got shit on Phil, right, it's her.
Yeah.
And I feel like she could, when they did the thing at the end where they was like, we're gonna show messages or share messages of people that don't like you, basically. I feel like if they got Panda to like leave a message, that would have been like S tier.
It would.
I feel like she would have really got to it. I think that because she knows everything about him. She knows his habits. She knows what he's like behind the scenes. I would have gone there. Other than that, I think they pretty much did a good job because there's not really much else you can ask, is there?
True. All we can do is just pull up past incidents.
Exactly, yeah.
And just question him and just listen to him deny everything.
Yeah, I think they got to him because I'll tell you why I know why they did a good interview, right? Because he's still talking about it.
Yeah.
And how they fucked him over. Like that's how I know they did a good interview. Because they didn't give him what he wanted. And I think that's all I would have asked for.
Well played.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay. Next question. Do you think he will? Okay, you kind of answered that.
You can ask it again. I don't mind.
Do you think he'll ever learn? And what would it take for him to learn? Yeah, you answered that already.
Like I said, I think you take his money away, he will listen. That's the only thing that will make him listen. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, if say me and you were getting 130 grand a year to talk and eat shit on stream.
Yeah.
Would you give a fuck what people thought of you? I wouldn't.
No.
But if I was earning his money, I wouldn't give a fuck.
At the same time, I'd want to be respectful to the people that,
yeah.
common decency. Go on.
But if he can do it while being a piece of shit, he's going to do it while being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's not until someone says, I'm not going to give you money anymore until you start being a fucking, decent person.
Right.
While they're giving him money, while he's being an absolute prick, they're just, in his defense, why would you change?
Yeah, I hear that. He's not had. Serpent Hunter mentioned it. Like, the baby knows that if the baby cries, it's gonna get what it wants.
exactly.
And it doesn't need to behave to get, like, yeah,
His chat treat him like his parents did. Let's be honest. They give him what he wants when he sulks.
Guys, it's disheartening. It's sandwiches tomorrow. Come on. Fucking.
I like lunch meat. I like lunch meat sandwiches.
Yeah.
I get it. That lunch is thick. I love it.
Dude, give
I
me
love sandwiches.
give me a Kinder egg. Oh, I'm alright.
Egg.
The fact that you gave me that Kinder egg, it means the world to me. So,
Give me a Subway and I'll be like,
yeah,
get Christmas.
right. But you're here sitting down with how much? What? $70 order for 2 pizzas.
I don't understand how his food costs that much. I really don't.
But then he'll say to you, "Oh, come on, guys! It's not like we get to do this often."
No, that's kind of like emotional blackmail.
Yes,
it's he knows what he's doing. He knows it's manipulation, and his dents fall for it every time.
Yep.
I think the only one that's kind of sentient, almost, is that OIC. I think OIC just does it to piss off detractors. I don't think he does it because he's dumb or anything like that. I think he's just got so much money that he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he just wants to be that guy.
The only one
Other than that, I think
sentient.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know.
Like, I think like he's the only one that like
Functional.
Functional human being.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I know.
No,
Serpent said the other day, OIC must feel like he's helping.
Yeah.
That.
I don't think he does, because if you think about what Poem showed on Twitter, where he showed a conversation between OIC and a detractor, he's fully aware that Phil uses it for champions and other shit. I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to be the guy that keeps funding Phil's habits. I almost feel like he wants to be almost like the daddy, if you know what I mean. The daddy to Phil. He wants Phil to feel special and loved.
You can't make this up. This is.
No, you can't. Phil's like, I don't think there's anyone else on the planet like him, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, it's a lot to fathom. Okay. Next question. Is he ever going to get a job, or will he die streaming?
I think he'll get a job. I think he'll be. The thing is, right, if he didn't have his addiction to like mobile games, alcohol, stuff in his face, and feeding cat, I think he'd be fine. Because obviously, if you're earning 130 grand a year, you should be fucking retired by now at his age.
Right.
But where his addictions, he spends so much money that if he loses his partnership with YouTube or whatever, or OIC decides that he doesn't want to spend money on him anymore, I think he's fucked, and I think he needs to he will have to get a job, or the alternative is he's going to move back with his parents and still get Modicol for the rest of his life until they die, and then get the inheritance.
Yeah.
I think it's either he will get a job, or he moves back with his parents, and my money would be on the latter. I think he would move back to his parents. Me
too. I've seen it before. It's an ugly image, but they don't care. They somehow they're good at finding women that feel sorry for them, and there are certain people that I know that I won't mention who they're just used to people looking after them, and if he loses OIC or whoever, he's gonna need he's gonna need mommy to put everything down just for him. They done.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is my personal opinion, I think if he loses his YouTube money and OIC or whatever, I think Kat's gonna walk. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna stay with him. I can't see how she wants. Like, he's got no redeeming qualities.
Mm.
Let's be honest, she's fucking gold digging him bad. Like, she's only because she grew up, like, from what I've heard, she had like a pretty rough life, and like he is kind of well off, and she's just gonna go, like, she wants that social, like, she wants that security in her life.
Yeah.
If Phil can't provide that, she's gonna find someone else that does. Like, she doesn't strike me as the faithful type. I mean, she cheated on her boyfriend, for fuck's sake, with him.
Indeed.
So I do think if he was to lose his YouTube money, he would lose more than just money. I think he would lose Cat. I think he would lose his house. I think he would go in. I think he'd have another bankruptcy because his addiction to gambling and drinking is off the chain.
Why should she stay? He's made it clear that he can't save money.
Yeah.
He can't forward think. He said he doesn't want kids.
Yep. He's an impulsive spender.
Yeah.
He's just impulsive.
It's ugly.
I just remember, like, a couple of months ago, he got money. You know, when he got the whale bomb memberships, and then he bought a Cat and Xbox, and he was like, "I've got money to spare. That's what I bought it for." And then a couple of months later, he's broke again. Mm-hmm. It's shit like that makes me know that he will never do well in life if he loses his money for YouTube, because his spending habits, they're an addiction in itself. He'll see something and he's like, "Yeah, I'm buying that." Yeah. He has no self-control over anything he does.
It's real dark over there.
Yeah, it is. There's a big fucking cloud hanging over Burnell Manor.
But he should want more. He should. I don't know. I just don't know how his brain works like that. But
he must see his business is failing and he's got to try something new. But
his ego won't allow him to see that.
Exactly. That's actually it. It's his ego is his fucking biggest detractor, because he genuinely believes he's did nothing wrong. Like, if he lost all his money, it would be the detractor's fault.
Yeah.
He will never take the blame for it. It doesn't matter what happens to him. He's never going to take the blame for it.
That's crazy. When is he going to learn? Never.
I don't think he is. I mean, if you get to 40, whatever it is, it's 41, and you haven't learned the lesson yet, you're never going to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
I think 20s, 30s, there's always a redemption, but I think once you get your 40s, 50s, you've signed your own, like, death certificate at that point. Like, you're not going to change.
What would you like to see happen to him, ultimately?
I want to see him... This is going to sound really horrible. I want to see him suffer. I want to see him lose everything. I just want to see him lose everything. I want him to know what actual struggle is, because he's just going, "I'm struggling about money." No, you're really not. And I want him to experience what it's like to actually be broke.
Yeah.
I want him to, like, get a fucking big dose of reality, because he doesn't live in a real world.
Right. When I watch him, and I have my tough days, many of us do.
Yeah.
And, you know, we sit here and watch him eat some foreign food that he's never had, and then he'll throw it out. And, I can't speak for other people, but I'm sitting there thinking, dude, I could take that. I could eat. Oh my days.
If you think about it, you waste thousands of dollars of food a month.
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, I'm saving up for a computer, right? Same. It's going to cost me about $2,000, right?
Yeah.
And I can't do it. Like, I have to, like, go, you know what, 50 quid here, 50 quid there a month.
Same.
Until I get it. With him, he earns so much money a week, he could buy my computer that I want.
Right
now, whenever he wants.
Yep.
Whereas, like, I want him to know what struggle actually is. Because I tell you what, right? I don't think his gated community helps his mentality. I think it's like a fucking bubble for him, and because he isn't really around the general public, is he? He's got no risk of getting broken into, like, his house, and he doesn't lead a normal life. He's lost touch with reality big time, and I feel like he needs that. He needs reality in his life. I think he's gone insane. I genuinely believe he's going insane because like when his internet's gone down twice, he's blamed detractors DDoSing him. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that is next level paranoia.
I don't know if people in the chat are familiar with Victor Meldrew.
One Foot in the Grave, Victor Meldrew.
Right. We have a classic TV show, One Foot in the Grave. And if you know, or better than that, Alf Garnett in Sickness and in Health. Right. If you watch these two shows, you will see Phil. You will see future DSP. Only difference is they have a family unit around them. They have friends, people, and they suffer his misery or their misery, and you know, they're great shows. I recommend them. But
Phil's living this in real life.
Phil's living this day to day, paycheck to paycheck, suffering, miserable, whiny, and I agree with Banthis when I say, yeah, I want him to suffer too. I want him to finally understand what. I
feel like death would be a mercy for him, if I'm honest. Like, I think that's too nice for him. I feel like he needs to struggle and know what like actual struggle is.
Yeah. I don't know how much it would take, but
I think if he lost his YouTube money, because if you think about it, OIC only really donates like hundreds, like every month or whatever, maybe a bit more. He probably gets about $200-300 like a week. No, not a week. Well, maybe, I don't know. But if you take away $5,000, that's painful.
Indeed, but if you take
I don't think he'll
away,
recover from losing $5,000. Yeah.
If you take it away, how long would it be? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, how if he sees that he's lost all that money, how long do you think it would take for him to accept that it's gone? Because I assume that he would be like, oh, I deserve this, I want it back now.
I think genuinely when he's looking at his bank account going down and not up, like, his dents, in my opinion, do not give him enough money to fund to fund his current life.
Yeah,
it's the $5,000 that funds that. If you take that $5,000 away, it doesn't matter how much money they're giving him, he's fucked, because $5,000, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't think he's recovering from a $5,000 a month loss. Like, he wouldn't be able to fund his food habits, his gambling, his house mortgage, whatever. I don't think he can fund it.
Well, that's not my problem.
It's not mine either. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, fuck
problem.
On that note, any last words you would like to add?
Phil's a cunt.
Phil's a cunt, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like I've said everything I need to say. Like,
yeah,
I don't need to say anything else.
This is the thing. Like, there's nothing positive, I was hoping to find some kind of positivity, and I've not found it yet.
Yeah.
No,
it's not happening. It's not happening because if you could find, like, if you look at all the human traits that people have, he has every bad trait there is.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, other than being a mass murderer that I know of, he's literally everything that's sick about like people like him.
Yeah. Like I said, I tried, but everybody agrees with me. I'm sure Kat agrees with me too.
I genuinely don't think Kat likes him. I think Kat just puts up with him for the money.
Yeah.
I would.
Sorry.
I think I would put up with him if I knew I was getting shit out of him. I'd probably, as long as I didn't have to interact with him in real life, I would probably live in his house. If you give me all that money, I think give a fuck.
Could you imagine living with that?
It smells. But it's fucking horrible, stale. I bet it smells like stale and dust and
yeah.
Just BO.
She's supposed to be disinfecting the house every Wednesday.
Just don't even fucking disinfect that fanny though, I bet.
Oh god.
It's been Tyrone.
Oh god. Anyway, allow the people to know about your Twitch channel, everything.
I'm really bad at. I don't like selling myself. I just let people. I just like people like if you want to follow me on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it. But if you're not, I totally get it. I'm kind of boring and I can't sell myself. I really can't.
You sound like me. I understand. Trust me. So I'll do it for you. Hey, people, give Banthis89 a follow right now. If you love your classic Street Fighter games and you were streaming Resident Evil the other day, right?
Yeah, I finished the achievements for RE4 yesterday, so I started on Metal Gear Rising and going to be finishing that tonight at some point.
There you go. Come on, people.
I'm just someone who plays games as well. Talk shit. Like I am pretty much on this stream.
There you go.
I don't really do anything else.
Right. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, give Banthis89 a follow. Allow me to wrap this stream up by saying thank you once again. Thank you for your time and just being here.
I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed being here.
Thank you very much. People, you've been watching Sunspot Gallery, and let me
take it easy.
Change the screen. Everybody take it easy. Have a good day. Be good. Enjoy your Easter. And see you next time.
Yep. See you later.